Burglars.
Yeah.
I love them. Doing a great job keeping the burglar alarms system. They're just not really working.
Yeah.
Burglars still exist.
Yeah.
But they broke into a house.
Oh no.
As they do, those
Here we
burglars.
go. Yeah. Oh.
And they thought they'd stumbled on a big old load of cocaine.
Yeah.
But it turned out to be a man and his 2 Great Danes' ashes.
Oh.
And so they snorted these ashes, thinking it was coke. And they went, oh no, what are we going to do now? And so they took the ashes and threw them in a lake.
What?
Yeah, it was great. They thought they'd found a load of drugs, but it was ashes.
At what point did they realise that it was ashes? When they didn't feel high?
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? If you do a drug,
Yeah.
which you're 100% convinced it's a drug, you're most likely to get a placebo effect if you've ever done that
that's
drug
what
before.
I thought. But then why would you even consider that this sort of probably grey powder would be cocaine, which I believe is white?
Well, that's the thing. I have never kept any cocaine in a small commemorative urn that says "Rip Dad" on it.
Yeah.
Rip Dad, Buster and Spot.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably would be a good place to hide your cocaine.
Also, buy 3 urns. Don't know how
Put them all in
fucking
one.
skimpy is that. I'll just mix them together.
Just
Get a couple of chopsticks, stir it up.
But even if I thought it was coke, they're probably hiding coke in there.
Yeah.
If I get it out, rack up a line of grey, flaky, obvious ash.
Yeah.
I go, no, I'm not gonna snort that up the old nose.
This must have been like the first time they'd ever done coke, presumably because they, thought this was coke and it clearly wasn't. So why would you break into a house, see a drug you've never done before, and think, right, now's the time. Now is the time to break into cocaine.
I found probably a good kilo of cocaine here.
Yeah. I think I heard someone getting up upstairs, and I should probably go. But I would like a buzz.
It's a weird one. I believe they threw the ashes in the river.
Yeah.
Because they had their fingerprints all over them. They thought about taking them back.
Yeah,
so we found these. Are these yours? But no, they didn't in the end.
No.
This story did remind me of, Keith Richards, famous drug addict stroke musician. Do you remember
which one you put first there? That tells a lot about him.
Do you remember many years ago he admitted to snorting his dad's ashes?
No, I don't remember that.
Well,
actually, I do vaguely remember that.
Basically, he was talking about his drug use, and he was asked about the strangest thing he'd ever done.
Yeah.
And his response was, the strangest thing I've ever tried to snort, my father. I snorted my father.
Just ashes.
Yeah, he was cremated and I couldn't resist grinding him up with a little bit of blow.
Why?
My dad wouldn't have cared, he didn't give a shit, it went down pretty well and I'm still alive.
That's a damaged person, that is.
That's drug addiction at its height.
I mean, it's not only drug addiction though, it's also, because he had coke, the ashes didn't add anything to it.
No, he was just being a bit of a cunt.
Yeah. I don't think that's just like, oh, I need to get high. What I'll do is, I'll use this limited supply of drugs that I have, not buy any more drugs, and add something to it that won't affect it. It
went down dreadfully.
Yeah.
So he said, it was an April Fool's, but like a couple of years later, he said, actually, no, it wasn't. This is his quote, which is brilliant. He said, I opened my dad's ashes and some of them blew out over the table just because of the suction of the lid, you know what I mean? I looked at my dad's ashes down there and thought, what am I going to do? Do I desecrate them with a dustbin and broom? So I wet me finger and I shoved a little bit of me dad up me hooter. The rest of them I put round an oak tree.
Not anus. Nose.
The rest of them I put round an oak tree, which is coming up a treat.
Well, surely that is the solution. You've thought, right, I've accidentally spilt loads of ashes here. I suppose the only thing for me to do is snort them. Oh no, wait a minute, I could probably bury them with a tree. So you do that, but then you think, since I had the idea to snort them, I might as well snort a few.
Still a little bit.
Yeah, just 8 or 9 ashes.
Still a whole line.
Yeah.
I can't imagine it does anything at all. Will it even dissolve?
Oh, you can't imagine it does anything at all.
Yeah. Like, obviously you won't get any kind of high off it, but if you try and snort somebody's ashes...
It's just carbon, isn't it? I wonder...
Yeah.
A second. Is carbon
will it dissolve
water-soluble?
in your nose? I doubt it will at that volume. A tiniest amount will.
Yeah.
But I doubt it will fully go up.
Is carbon soluble in water? It is carbon, isn't it, Ash?
Yeah.
That's what that is. Click to see answer, okay. No! This is a brilliant website. wiki.answers.com. You get this huge thing that takes up the whole page. Is carbon soluble in water? Click to see answer. Just says in capitals, no, full stop. Brilliant. So no, it wouldn't have done anything then.
Have you ever dabbled in the cocaine, Phil?
Have I? No.
As podcasters, I mean, it is laid on pretty reg basis.
I mean, we often will go to a venue to do a live show, and they'll say, "What do you want? You paying blow or money?" I'll always say money.
Yeah.
And you usually say blow.
I usually say blow. Yeah.
That doesn't really happen. We've never done a live podcast.
No.
Obviously.
Very few people offer us payment in blow. Yeah.
You have though taken cocaine, haven't you?
A bit.
What's it like?
Great, but also terrifying.
What does it smell like?
Doesn't really smell like anything.
Oh, that's always been my question. What does cocaine smell like? But
Doesn't really smell like. Reed Fox, you know Reed Fox, the comedian.
yeah.
His his famous quote was, "I don't snort cocaine, I just like the way it smells."
Wow.
Flavor Flav used to spend $2,600 a day on coke.
A day?
No wonder he went
Jesus
broke.
Christ.
No wonder he fucking went broke.
Who's that? Flavor Flav?
Flavor Flav, big clock.
Yeah, he's
Broke, yeah.
he needs what's his face by his side. What's his face? What's his name? What's his face name? What's him a jig? What's him a face?
Flavor Flav's mate.
Yeah, his mate.
Yeah,
He's off of Public Enemy. D the Destroyer, whatever his name is. He needs him.
yeah. Drax the Destroyer. Yeah, he needs him just hanging about.
Yeah, he needs a guardian, because otherwise he'll just take all his teeth out and put yellow ones in and have a show
Just
and
knob about, really.
yeah,
Just be a bit of a caricature of himself.
yeah. It's a shame, isn't it? I hope I never become that. I hope the fame never does that to me.
I mean, I accept that it'll go to my head, but what's a man to do?
Yeah, but I'll be there for you and I'll pull you
Oh,
through.
thanks. Thank you very
That's
much.
all right. Don't worry about it.
It's nice.
I've recently converted to Mormonism.
Really? What got you interested in that?
Well, I just talked to a Facebook friend about Mormonism, and she seems to love it.